The abuser's camera, weaponizing selective video to frame victims as crazy. In domestic abuse, the shift from offender to victim is a terrifying reality, often executed with meticulous planning and the misuse of technology. Abusers have learned to leverage video recording not to document their own violence, but to manufacture a false narrative that portrays the true victim as the unstable, irrational aggressor. This sophisticated tactic is a powerful form of psychological warfare, often succeeding in gaslighting the victim and misleading friends, family, and legal systems. The core strategy: provoke and record. The foundation of this manipulation is reactive abuse. This is the victim's emotional, frantic, or defensive reaction to prolonged and systemic abuse, trauma, and control. It is a consequence of their abuse, not the cause. The abuser's strategy follows a deliberate, multi-step process. Intentional provocation. The abuser initiates the conflict, often using subtle, targeted tactics, like cruel insults, withholding essential support, or intense gaslighting, to push the victim to their emotional breaking point. Selective recording. A camera or smartphone is activated just as the victim begins to yell, cry uncontrollably, plead desperately, or lash out defensively. This captures the visible emotional breakdown, entirely out of context. The strategic pause. Crucially, the abuser will turn the camera off, pause the recording, or step out of the frame the moment they engage in physical violence, serious threats, or the most egregious forms of verbal abuse. This ensures the primary evidence of their own abuse is completely absent from the final proof. Verbal threats and coercion. During the camera-off period, the abuser may verbally threaten the victim, explicitly stating that if they try to expose the abuse, the recorded clip of their meltdown will be released. This holds the victim hostage to their own trauma. DARVO, deny, attack, reverse victim and offender. The selectively recorded video is the perfect tool for the abuser's ultimate goal, implementing the DARVO tactic. The DARVO tactic, deny, attack, reverse victim and offender, is a psychological manipulation strategy often used by abusers to distort reality and evade accountability. Selectively recorded video becomes a powerful tool in this process. First, the abuser denies any wrongdoing by presenting footage that omits abusive behavior, instead showcasing neutral or misleading interactions. Then, they attack the survivor's credibility, using edited clips to portray them as unstable or aggressive. Finally, the abuser reverses the roles, positioning themselves as the victim and the survivor as the offender, often by framing the video to show themselves as calm or fearful while the survivor appears confrontational. This calculated use of video not only manipulates public perception, but also isolates and discredits the survivor, making it harder for them to seek justice or support. The devastating impact on victims and justice. This manipulation does deep, long-lasting harm, creating significant barriers to justice and healing. Isolation and disbelief. When loved ones and social networks view the edited clip, they often side with their abuser, convinced by the evidence. This leaves the true victim feeling utterly isolated and unheard. Deepened gaslighting. The victim is forced to see their genuine pain and reaction weaponized against them, causing them to doubt their own sanity and memories of the events that occurred off-camera. Legal challenges. In custody battles or applications for protective orders, the abuser can present the selective video to legal authorities. Without context, judges or law enforcement may be persuaded that the victim is, in fact, the primary aggressor, leading to devastating outcomes. Protecting yourself. Tips for survivors. Document everything. Keep a private, secure log of every incident, noting the date, time, and specific actions that occurred before and after any recording was made. Consult legal experts. Seek advice from an attorney specializing in domestic violence who understands the DARVO and reactive abuse tactics. Prioritize safety. If you are being provoked, try to safely exit the situation before you reach a point of reactive defense that could be used against you. Get help now. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, please reach out for confidential support. National Domestic Violence Hotline. Phone 1-800-799-SAFE, 7233. Text start to 88,788. Chat available 24/7 at the hotline.org.